No, I do.
Okay.
Oh, you do? Okay, do you think Contessa is in an abusive relationship? Verbally, emotionally? Yes.
I think that you're abusive.
I'm not even talking to you.
You're abusive. The only friend you really gotta look like is your own daughter. You have to buy every single person in your life. You bought your daughter an abusive box store. The shit didn't work. Your kids don't like you. Your husband don't like you. That's why you sleep in different bedrooms.
Your husband is abusive.
What does your husband do? At least I ain't worried about no mixed ladies out here with the possible last name of Kind.
Damon, it would be an issue. And I'm not that type of person to do that. I'm not. But we know that your husband has cheated on you. You even told me, Heavenly, that when Mariah said that she had receipts, you believed Mariah on Damon. You believed it. You told me you believed it. So that leads me to believe that he has cheated. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay. That's okay. You're gonna stick by your man. That is fine. A lot of y'all will. A lot of y'all will, and that's okay. That's fine. Just say that.
I slept with Damon.
Don't even do that.
Do you want me to bring the receipts? Do I need to bring the receipts, baby girl? Because I got receipts.
What is she talking about?
Your husband. Ask him what he really likes.
You're a freaking liar.
You know I got it.
I'm done talking to you.
Don't do me.
We need to have a serious conversation about what's really going down between Dr. Contessa and Dr. Heavenly. And child, wait until you hear what Dr. Contessa just revealed about Dr. Damon. These whispers about Dr. Damon have been getting louder and louder with each passing day, but now Dr. Contessa is serving us some piping hot tea that's about to shake the whole foundation of what we thought we knew. If you've been following all this drama as closely as I have, you already know that statement alone is enough to make your jaw hit the floor. What in the world is really happening behind the scenes with Dr. Damon? And why would Dr. Contessa choose this particular moment to bring this up? But the part that's got everybody's group chats blowing up. Why is she specifically mentioning these mixed babies and making such pointed comments about Dr. Damon's last name? Trust and believe, there's so much more to this story than what we're seeing on our screens. And it's about to get real messy. Let me tell you something. This drama is escalating faster than a pressure cooker without a valve. And the more we dig into it, the more questions we have about Dr. Damon's loyalty. What's really happening behind those perfectly decorated closed doors? These whispers aren't just quiet little rumors anymore, honey. They're turning into full-blown shouts, and I am absolutely living for every single juicy second of it. So let's dive deep into all this messiness because things are about to get wilder than a hurricane in hurricane season. Listen here, I've been trying to tell y'all about Dr. Heavenly for the longest time, and I mean the longest time. I've said it once, I've said it twice, and I'll keep saying it until everyone sees what I see. Something is seriously off about that marriage. And baby, I'm not just talking about her crazy ghetto antics that we've all witnessed. I'm talking about something much deeper and darker that's been brewing under the surface. Want to know how I can tell? Because listen, when someone spends all their time attacking other people's marriages and relationships, that behavior isn't coming from a place of happiness and security in their own home. Look at Dr. Damon over here, giving us that cheese-faced smile like he's America's favorite dentist. But honey, those are exactly the ones you need to watch out for. This tea that's starting to spill is suggesting that Dr. Damon might be out here in these streets, creeping around on Dr. Heavenly. Could this be the real reason behind all her unhappiness? I don't care how many times she tries to sell us this perfect marriage fantasy on social media. We can see right through it like a freshly cleaned window. In the most recent episode, which had everybody talking for days, Dr. Heavenly got into one of her typical blow-up arguments. And Chile, you should have seen her running around scared like a chicken with its head cut off, desperately trying to get security to step in. But then, oh Lord, Dr. Contessa dropped that bomb that shook the whole building. She might not have been the first one to call out the situation, but when she said Dr. Heavenly needs to be worried about those mixed babies and the kids carrying Dr. Damon's last name, baby, the room got so quiet you could hear a pin drop from a mile away. Now, this whole situation has got me thinking about all the little signs we've been seeing over the years. The way Dr. Heavenly gets extra defensive whenever anyone mentions her marriage. How she's always quick to attack others when they're just trying to have a normal conversation about relationships. It's classic deflection behavior, and honey, I've seen enough reality TV to know what that means.
You think my husband's abusive?
No, I do.
Okay.
Oh, you do? Okay, do you think Contessa is in an abusive relationship? Verbally, Emotionally, yes.
I think that you're abusive. I'm not even talking to you. You're abusive. The only friend you really gotta look like is your own daughter. You have to buy every single person in your life. You bought your daughter an abusive box store. The shit didn't work. Bitch. Your kids don't like you. Your husband don't like you. That's why you sleep in different bedrooms. Your husband is abusive. What does your husband do? At least I ain't worried about no mixed babies out here with the possible last name of kind.
Now let me break this down for you piece by juicy piece because this tea is getting good. And when I say good, I mean better than your grandmother's Sunday dinner. Things are finally coming out about Dr. Heavenly's husband and Chili. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And this smoke is thicker than Atlanta humidity in August. This isn't just some random rumor floating around like a leaf in the wind. Multiple cast members are talking about it, and everything is starting to make sense like pieces of a messy puzzle. Come on now, if you can't see that Dr. Heavenly is unhappy, I don't know what kind of glasses you need because it's written all over her face in permanent marker. This woman's energy is screaming that something is wrong, wrong, wrong. And now we're hearing the tea that Dr. Damon and Dr. Heavenly don't even sleep in the same bedroom. Let that sink in for a minute, honey. Let it marinate like a good piece of chicken. Y'all know how some marriages are just business arrangements, right? You've heard that saying floating around, it's cheaper to keep her? Well, I'm convinced this is exactly what we're looking at here, clear as day. I truly believe Dr. Damon is out here doing his thing in these streets, and Dr. Heavenly is probably sitting at home thinking, as long as nobody finds out, I'm staying right here in my mansion. Because let's be real, there's way too much smoke around this fire for it to just be someone burning toast. It's not just one person talking anymore. We've got multiple sources coming forward, and they're singing like a church choir. It's like all these ladies know something, but they're tiptoeing around it like they're walking on hot coals. They've all heard the rumors, but maybe they're worried about looking like they're spreading lies. But honey, when this many people are saying the same thing, there's got to be some truth hiding in plain sight. Someone had to be brave enough to be the first one to spill this scalding hot tea. And now that it's out there, we're finally seeing the whole picture clearly. This situation is looking messier than a toddler eating spaghetti, and it's only getting messier by the minute. The way these revelations keep coming out, it's like watching dominoes fall one after another, and baby, they're falling fast. Let's talk about that notorious scene with Mariah because this is important. Now, I've never seen Mariah as someone who just makes things up. She's always been real about her tea, even when people didn't want to hear it. Remember when she was confident she had those receipts? She said, "Don't let me tell you what kind of woman Dr. Damon likes." And Chile, the shade in that statement was darker than a moonless night. But Mariah wasn't the only one throwing out hints like they were candy at a parade. Dr. Contessa got in on the action and dropped that bomb about the mixed babies that had everybody's mouths hanging open. So the real question we need to be asking is, what type of woman does Dr. Damon really like? Is it the type that Mariah was alluding to? Is there a whole other side to Dr. Damon that we're not seeing on camera? The way things are unfolding, it's starting to look like there's a lot more going on with him than we ever realized or imagined.
Have slept with Damon. Have slept with Damon.
Don't even do that.
Do you want me to bring the receipt? Do I need to bring the receipt? Baby girl? Because I got receipts.
What is she talking about?
Your husband. Ask him what he really likes.
You're a freaking liar.
With me. You know I got it.
I'm done talking to you.
Don't do me. Have slept
And Chili, we absolutely cannot forget about Sweet Tea. Now, Sweet Tea is not the type to just make things up for attention. That's not her style at all. So when she revealed that Dr. Heavenly actually believed Mariah had proof, that got my attention faster than a fire alarm at midnight. If you remember that scene, and I know you do because it was impossible to forget, Dr. Heavenly's face said everything. She looked like she was mentally begging Mariah, pleading with her eyes not to spill that particular tea right there in front of everyone and their mama. But here's the real gag that had everybody clutching their pearls. Sweet Tea told us exactly what Dr. Heavenly admitted. She said Dr. Heavenly was scared, and I mean scared to her core, because she believed Mariah's claims about Dr. Damon cheating. Now here's where it gets juicier than a Georgia peach. Could this be the real reason why Dr. Heavenly didn't want Mariah on the show anymore? Was Mariah getting too close to exposing some uncomfortable truths? We all know Mariah loves to stir the pot like it's Sunday dinner, but if Dr. Heavenly is hiding something, Chile, this situation might be bigger than any of us could have imagined. The way Sweet Tea dropped that tea makes me wonder what other secrets are hiding behind those perfectly decorated mansion walls. What else don't we know about what's really going on in the Kaime's household? Because baby, when there's this much smoke, there's usually a whole forest fire happening somewhere.
When talking about Damon, it would be an issue. And I'm not that type of person to do that. I'm not. But we know that your husband has cheated on you. You even told me, Heavenly, that when Mariah said that she had receipts, you believed Mariah on Damon. You believed it. You told me you believed it. So that leads me to believe that he has cheated. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay. That's okay. You're gonna stick by your man. That is fine. A lot of y'all will. A lot of y'all will, and that's okay. That's fine. Just say that.
Now let's talk about Dr. Contessa, who used to be Dr. Heavenly's ride-or-die best friend before things got messier than a food fight at a kindergarten. In case you missed it, all these ladies had some kind of relationship with Dr. Heavenly at some point in time. Sweet Tea was tight with her. That's actually how she ended up getting on the show in the first place. But now Dr. Contessa is out here dropping truth bombs like it's World War III. She straight up told Dr. Heavenly, you need to be worried about those mixed babies with the Kime's last name. Chile. That's the kind of tea that makes you not only spit out your drink, but throw the whole cup across the room. And if that wasn't enough to make your head spin like a merry-go-round, Dr. Contessa revealed that Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Damon don't even sleep in the same room anymore. They're in separate bedrooms, honey. If that's not the biggest red flag you've ever seen, bigger than all the flags at the United Nations, I don't know what is. When your best friend starts calling you out like this, something is definitely off with a capital O. Dr. Heavenly has always tried to sell us this perfect marriage fantasy like it's a fairy tale come true, but these revelations from the people closest to her are showing us that the reality might be completely different from what we've been seeing. The facade is crumbling faster than a sandcastle in a hurricane, and honey, the truth is finally coming out whether Dr. Heavenly likes it or not. All these little revelations, all these whispers and rumors, they're starting to paint a picture that's very different from the one Dr. Heavenly has been trying to sell us all these years. And when your former best friend starts spilling tea like this, you know it's not just idle gossip, it's coming from a place of knowing something real. The question now isn't whether there's something going on, it's how much more is there that we don't know about yet. Because honey, this story is far from over, and something tells me we're just seeing the tip of this dramatic iceberg.